Okay, before you start solving polynomials using three theorems, one of the theorems is Descartes' rule of sign. And so I want you to have a better understanding. Descartes' rule of sign, it's called that because it uses the signs in front of each coefficient or constant to give you information. Okay, so Descartes' rule of sign is used to find possible positive real number, real roots, or possible negative. So either possible positive real roots or possible negative. So not imaginary roots, just possible. Doesn't mean that the ones that we list here will, or the number will be the final result. It's just that's how many are possible. So this is what Descartes' rule says. It says as you're looking at that polynomial, in fact, there's a positive right there. In fact, this is what I recommend doing. Rewrite the signs. So positive, subtract, or plus sign, subtract, plus sign, subtract. And then what you do is you count the sign changes. So it goes from positive to negative, that's one sign change. Negative to positive, that's one sign change. Positive to negative. So that was 3 changes. So there is a total possibility of 3 positive roots. It doesn't mean that real roots. It doesn't mean that that's how many there will be, but there's a possibility that there will be 3. Now let's check for negative. Remember, when it's negative, what you would do is you would negate all of the x's and then see what happens. Well, negative x cubed becomes, so negative 1 cubed, negative 1 times negative 1 equals positive 1 times negative 1 equals negative 1. So anytime you cube a negative number or any negative to the odd, the result will be negative. Well, what's a negative squared? It's positive. So this negative sign, when you square it, does not change this result. So anytime you have an even exponent, you can just bring that original sign down. And then again, positive 5 times negative 5, that's a negative to the first, so that's another odd exponent, so that's a negative sign. And then the constant sign always stays the same. Now, so you're going to write down, well, we have negative, 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 negative. There are no sign changes, so that's a possibility of 0. So that's it for Descartes' rule of sign.